Hey guys, my name is Nathan Haddad. I'm a black belt under Helio Seneca, and today we're going to talk about a basic closed guard sweep. And what I want to do is not only talk about the sweep, but I also want to give a strategy of how we can get there, and we're going to get there using submission as well. So we're going to kind of tie some things together. The sweep itself is going to be a Kimura sweep or a hip bump sweep. And it's just going to look like this. I'm going to start with my opponent in my closed guard. Now, I can already tell that Max is leaning back here, right? He's favoring a little bit back. So it might be hard to reach the collar, especially because he has a good posture. I'm going to take both my hands. I'm going to go thumb in the sleeve. I'm going to roll over my four fingers, and I'm going to make a wing, make my elbows high, and raise my hips off the floor here. So I pull. I'm actively creating tension in his sleeves here. My hips come up. I pull. 1, 2, and 3. Look how my hips are high like this. Now, from this situation, I'm going to release my hands on the sleeves. My hands are going to come back, and what I'm going to do is roll to my right elbow and then up to my right hand. So I roll right elbow and post to my right hand. Now, if you notice, I did something else with my feet here. I unlocked them, and I'm posting on my left foot. Okay, so the motion without Max is just simply this. When my hands come back, I roll elbow, hand. Look how I drop and sit up this way. So I don't want to do like I'm doing a sit up here. I want to roll almost the same way if you've ever done a Turkish get up, like I'm posting up to my hand this way. Okay, and my feet are unlocked because I need a base off of my left foot. Okay, so again, we're here. I control at the sleeves, my hips come high. I pull. 1, 2, and 3, hands go back. Look how I sit up quickly. Elbow, hand. I get as much height here as I can. I want my belt up by his chest, so I get as tall and I reach across his face. I don't want to be here for this sweep, okay? I want to be reaching across. Now, the sweep itself, I'm going to tap at the tricep or at the back, and I'm going to drive diagonal to my knees here. So the bump itself, I drive over to my knees. And now I finish in a mounted position, okay? The big key on this that I tell my students, I don't want you to stop on your elbow, okay? I'd like for you to come all the way up on your hand because it's the same idea as a technical stand-up. I want height here. When I get here, I don't have the torque or the height to get to my knees. When I get here, I can drive to my knees quickly, okay? So again, from this side, we're here. He has a nice posture. I control the sleeves. 1, 2, and 3. Hands come behind me. Look how I'm going to roll. Elbow, hand. I get height here. My hips are off the floor. I'm pulling my right heel tight to his butt. My left foot's posted. I'm reaching. Now as I tap at the tricep or the back, I drop everything over to my knees. Okay, let's see this from a different angle here. Max, you'll be in my go this way so we can look at my legs. So my feet are locked. As I sit up, guys, look at my feet. I pull my right heel close to my butt. I reach like I'm reaching to the camera. Again, not driving his face, but across. I'm posted up with my left foot close to me so that I can build this height. I don't want to be down here like this. I want this connection. Now as I chop, I drive everything to my knees and I finish in a mounted position. Okay, so this is going to be a Kimura sweep or a hip bump sweep from the closed guard. But how do we set that up with an opponent who knows what a Kimura sweep is, right? And that's where having strategy is something that's really important because we can all do the technique, but how do I bait him? How do I trick him? Well, one way that I like to do this is by baiting an armbar from closed guard. Now, let's first look at baiting this armbar. Let's look at how to do an armbar from closed guard. So we're here. Max has this posture. Same way, right? It's hard to reach his collar. I'm going to take 2 hands in the sleeve. Same way. My hips are going to come off the floor, and I'm going to take my left hand to my right hand. And here's a little trick that my instructor taught me that I really like. If I just pull, hold tight, Max. If I just pull from here, even with 2 hands on one, it's going to be tough because he has a good grip. So what I'm going to do is as I reach to the second hand, I'm going to sit up here and then go back to pop that grip off. Notice my elbows are high like this. I don't just relax here. My elbows are high. His arm is almost underneath my chin. Now, with my hips still up, my left hand is going to come off the sleeve, under Max's front hand and elbow, and I'm going to connect at his tricep. Now, I'm going to push at Max's elbow to bring his elbow across my center line like this. From here, my right hand is going to karate chop at the neck. Right foot goes to the hip. I pinch my knee. I'm going to climb up Max's back with my left leg, and my right leg is going to brush over his hair for an armbar from closed guard. Okay, let's see it again from a different angle. So we're here. Again, controlling at the sleeves, my hips are up. I go 2 hands. If I just pull from here, it's tough. So I sit up, sit back. Now I have the control. I have 2 hands on one. My left hand releases the sleeve. I come under and I catch at the tricep. Now I secure this arm by pushing at the elbow. Again, I have 2 hands on one. I'm going to karate chop here at the neck. Look, just like a karate chop. Hand to the neck. My right foot goes to Max's hip, and I pinch my knee. I pinch my knee here because if I'm like this, he's going to pull his arm free. When I put my knee pinched, I'm making a wedge behind his elbow so that if Max starts to pull, it's a tough thing to do. Now, I move my head to the left as I climb my right leg up Max's back. Here. Notice I'm flat on my back. I'm looking in Max's ear. I'm not on my side. I want to be here. My right leg brushes over his head. I pinch my knees. I point my toes. I make a strong back heel with my right foot. Both hands go to the wrist. I bridge my hips for an armbar from closed guard. Now, what does this have to do with a Kimura sweep or a hip bump sweep? Well, this is the strategy that I like to use to get a reaction out of Max. So what I like, a philosophy that I use a lot in my jiu-jitsu is the idea of him making a choice, okay? I'm gonna give him a choice. He can either give me that arm or he can get swept. And what do I mean by that? Well, if we're in the closed guard, I'm gonna give Max a choice here. I'm gonna bait this arm bar. With my hands in the sleeves, my hips up, I go 2 on 1, I sit and I pull. Now, if Max doesn't do anything here, he stays here, or gives me little resistance where I can control this arm. Left hand underneath, right hand, push, arm bar. Easy day. But what's he probably gonna do, right? It doesn't take a high-level jiu-jitsu player to not want to have an arm control. If I pull something, he's gonna pull it back. So here, when I pull his arm, he's gonna rip it back. What I don't wanna do, rip it back, is just lose the arm. I'm gonna go with him and I'm gonna release my right hand. So as I pull, I release and I post my right hand here. I'm physically punching with my left, and now I'm gonna tuck Max's hand to my right pocket. Drive everything to my knees for a Kimura sweep. So I time him. Again, the motion now as he pulls away is punch and up. Now my hips come off the floor. I drive down, making a chop motion. Okay, so one more time. We are here in the closed guard. Hips up, 2 hands on one. This is a quick one because as I pull, he's gonna rip back. Okay? Rip back, up. Look how I climb. Now I bring this down to my pocket, drive everything into mount. Okay? One time just from a back angle here. As I pull, he rips, I'm up. Look how tall I got. And I'm pushing. Now I drive everything down to my knees. So, we finish in mount. Now, again, like I said, this is an idea that I like to give white belts when they're learning jiu-jitsu, which is set your opponent up. Set a trap for them. Max has to make that choice. He's either gonna give me his arm and get armbar, or he's gonna pull his arm away and get swept. So this is just one strategy that I like to use to set up a fundamental sweep from our closed guard. Guys, hopefully you got something out of that video. If you want more like that, go to getselfdefense.com. We have our full jiu-jitsu library as well as a self-defense course. We also have tons of free videos up there. It's getselfdefense.com. We'll see you guys there.